All right, so today, marker for bird tree. All right, so today I did play some of this, but I only played like randomly generated levels, not anything related to the story. So my level's a little bit higher, and I was trying out different stuff. So a couple things here. This is our guy. He's a tech priest. He's like surfing on this spider-like platform. He's got some extra eyes, stuff like that. I was trying out, so this is like the ultimate bot, sort of, for our guy. However, it reserves 50% of your, I'm just gonna say mana bar, it's not mana, but it reserves 50% of your mana bar having it out. So you don't have a lot of room to do other things. So I was trying out some different stuff. I was trying out, these are vivisectors, they're kind of like zerglings, they just leap at things. I was trying this stuff out. This guy has ranged attacks, and I was just throwing these at people. I've been trying out a lot of different stuff. Playing off streams, you're a real gamer, not just pretending. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Julia, I occasionally... you're not even a real gamer guy. You're just biting the mouse for the photo.
Captain, you have important news for me, I presume.
You have a very urgent message from the Caligari Conclave. A new assignment, maybe.
With the Conclave, you can never know. Let me see it.
Inquisitor, I have a crucial
Lady
task.
Smokestack hat is back.
In the light of your previous achievements, I'm certain you are the most suitable
Do it
agent
again.
for this assignment. We have re-established contact with the Triglav subsector. Due to severe warp surges, communication with the subsector has been sporadic at best for long decades, and we have now lost contact with entire systems. We have simply no idea what occurred on these worlds during a century of isolation. With the receding warp surges in the region, we have been able to begin to restore order. But this is a slow process, and we have encountered certain anomalies. One of our less experienced agents has already entered the Aureus system, one of the regions that has failed to report back. We lost contact with the Inquisitorial retinue. We want you to find out what happened in that system. The astropathic relay station could be the perfect place to start the investigation.
Let me tell you something else I learned about these guys. Okay, so, all right, and people can correct me. For YouTube, I watched 2 hours of lore on Warhammer today. All right, just to catch you up. So here's what I learned. So mankind, the humans, there's like the normal humans, there might be like 5 feet, 6 feet tall. Then there's like the genetically modified ones that are 7 feet tall. And then there's the super soldiers, which are like 8 feet tall. And then there's this guy called the Emperor, and he was like, I don't know, 10 or 20 feet tall. I don't know how that works out. And he was like a super powerful psyker. He was basically like a just space wizard. He could just like sling hell at people. Like, catch, you're dead. And then he made, like, I don't know, like genetic engineering or something, 20 sons. 18 sons? I think it was 18 sons. But then one of them led a mutiny. So like 9 of the sons switched over to like fight for hell. And they wounded Dad on the way out. And then with him almost dead, they plug him into this throne. And he's there, barely alive, and they have to feed him 1,000 souls a day. Now, the human population at this point is untold trillions, but they have to feed him 1,000 souls a day to keep him alive. But he's still slowly decaying. And with his remaining power, he's basically making a beacon. Think of it like, you know, the North Star, like when sailors would use the North Star for guidance when they were on the sea at night. So basically, to travel through the warp, which is like, you know, the shortcuts between point A and point B, like when you go through the warp, you're basically taking a shortcut through hell. You pop into hell and you pop back out, and you're, you know, 1,000,000 miles from where you started. It's kind of like using the Nether in Minecraft. Well, the Emperor, as long as the Emperor is alive, he is like a North Star for humans to navigate through the warp. If the Emperor dies, humanity effectively loses all warp technology because they can't use it without just getting stuck in hell or not knowing where they end up. So, and then other races who hate him call him the Corpse Emperor because he's like, oh, you know, barely alive, and they're feeding him dead people to keep him alive. And then everyone else is like, oh, we fight for the Empire, or we fight for the Emperor. If you don't like the Emperor, you know, that's heresy, you're a heretic, you know, heretics must be purged, yada, yada, yada. Which is funny because none of that is what he believed in. As I understand, it's kind of like how George Washington was like, no parties, no political parties. And he left and everyone else went. And they totally did that thing. It's like the same. It's almost the same thing.
Captain, I want you to take me to the Aureus system in the Triglav subsector. Do you have any update on the situation over there?
According to my astropath, there's been a cascade of fresh astropathic dispatches from the subsector. Warnings of dissent and heresy, nightmares of abandoned void stations, empathic bursts of terror and relief. Apart from the Aureus system, which is still dark.
We shouldn't waste our time then getting there.
Alright, so right now... Wait, what is this? Glory. What? Weekly... What is glory? I've not had that pop up before. Is this related to the seasonal stuff? I don't know what that is. Plus 2 data flux gain and 10% remaining cooldown reduction on kill when you're above 80% reserve. 9% bonus damage for Candles Omnissiah. Melee damage bonus for constructs. 90% experience gain. So one thing I know... Oh wait, 19% XP gain. That's huge. Might use that. One thing I noticed is, like, for example, this guy reserves 50% of your mana, this reserves 25. I could use another that reserves 25. That's obviously 100 total. Quick math. I could summon other things, then summon those that reserve your whole bar, and then I can have all that summoned. But if those other things die, I can't bring them back out in a mission. So, yeah, I have to be really careful about that. So right now I've got 75% reserved. Actually, it's closer to like... It's 56 or something, because I took a passive I found here that reduces the reserve, but it's not enough that I can have extra things. Is the big dude powerful? He's pretty strong. Sometimes he's too slow when getting to a fight. I'll show you this. Let me hold on. Command bridge. And I'll spawn a mission using intel. This will be like an RNG mission. Okay, so this is level 37, Assassination. Mop-up operations following a long cleansing campaign has spread their authorities dangerously thin in a strategic habitat belt. Pockets of chaos forces and witch covens are still wreaking havoc, threatening to re-infiltrate the secure districts, deal a fatal blow to the heart of the resistance. And then I'll add some tarot cards to it. This basically is like more risk, more reward. So I'll maybe do that one. And this one allows me to unlock other tarot cards. So I've been doing that one for a little while. And we'll do that and that. So now I do 40% less damage and I take 40% more damage and a whole bunch of other crap, but rewards are increased by 220%. So go with that. So right this second, I've got the big dude with big guns. I've got a ranged dude with a very high single target damage gun. He's my boss killer. And I got 9 tiny robots with knives.
Thanks for the content, Mark.
Thank you, PH Brands.
Specs lock acquired.
All right,
Pseudo-kinetic tracking is on,
1.
and it is being transmitted to your tactical sensorium.
All right.
Eliminate negative variables for preferred outcome.
So there's the big dude. And if he dies, all he does is reboot. It takes 20 seconds. He doesn't even stay dead. So he is like a companion. But once you start a mission, you cannot get rid of him. So right now I've got like 9 fragile little bots with blades. Those things, they're kind of like Zerglings. And then these two. This guy you can customize. Right now he's got a shoulder cannon and 2 arm cannons. I hear mines. No. What's the name of the big guy? Tyson. Actually, one of his options is punching. I am on fire. I'm gonna use a potion. And remember, this area, because of the tarot stuff I used, this area is quite high level. Whoa, napalm. He has an activatable as well called Overdrive that gives him a slight increase to attack speed. So I can hit that if I choose to. Supply crate. Alright, so there's like a mini boss thing over here. I also found out if I want to reset the cooldowns, I could just like resummon the destroyer. That's the ranged bot here. That's this. This dude here is my highest single target DPS. I'm taking too much damage. So sometimes if I'm near a boss, I'll resummon him. Oh, we just lost all the little bots. All right, so I just resummoned them. It's weird not having a ranged attack since I swapped over to this axe because it had better AoE stats. I love that the environment's destructible, like when they're shooting, and sometimes they just take out that stuff. Are you getting to the good part? It's all a good part. Medical supplies. I did use a couple of my medical syringes down there. Anyone have any good gaming headphone racks? I prefer wireless. If you do exclamation PC, there is a page that shows the parts I use for my system, including a set of wireless headphones. Those are super comfortable, and I've used those for a couple years. I'm not wearing them right this second, but whenever I want to use headphones, I use those. Flood of tiny stabby boys. Oh, I just saw an Uther's Tarot card dropped. That's good. This is going pretty well. Says, oh, I found out there was an achievement for a, there's no way I'm gonna get it anytime soon. There's a skill that I want to unlock, and I have to do 100 maps that are my level or higher without dying on the maps. And I'm hoping it's not 100 in a row.
Eradicated. Mission status updated.
I'm hoping it's not 100 in a row. But when you get it done, there's a passive you get that goes down here. That's basically your mana reservation for the mech. I call it mana, it's data flux. Your data flux reservation is reduced by 20%, which would basically let you have multiple of the big mechs instead of just being limited to 1 or 2. However, to get that, I would need to do a lot of my level or higher maps without ever dying. Oh, potion, potion, potion. Oh my god. Oh man, that's a lot of stuff. That is a lot of stuff. Yeah, this currently, I could change it in town, but I don't currently have tons of AoE. I basically have like a line of Zerglings, and then in the back we've got these heavy-duty single-target DPSers that are picking stuff off. So we are winning, but it is messy. I got a blueprint, that's good. Blast open oil canisters for a chance at items. Is oil canisters the red ones or something else? You dare call those... Alright, what are they called? Sorry. Siloid vivisectors. There we go. Siloid vivisectors.
Mission status updated.
What is this? It's a 300% weapon damage and a 5-meter radius for 30 seconds. Oh wow, that's emitting from the bots too. That's just nasty. Would you consider doing Guild Wars 1 instead of GW2 for a little while? Probably not. I played through... I've played Prophecies, Eye of the North, and Factions. And I bought Nightfall. Guild Wars 1 didn't hook me in the same way Guild Wars 2 did. Like, no, I'm not saying anything bad about it. Like, I played it through one time, and I was like, oh, that was kind of cool. It was like I'd read a book, and I just put it down, and I never did any of the replayable content. I just didn't care. Just activated Overdrive. Like, I know so many people that just love
Noospheric assessment complete.
Guild Wars 1,
Operation is a success.
you know, and they kept doing,
Data
like,
construct.
Guild v Guild, or, like, raid-type stuff at the end of it, stuff like that. I wasn't one of those guys. I sent you a DM on Discord when you have a chance, my dude. Oh, he was 14 feet. Yeah, I've seen those pictures. They were in that thing you sent me. All right, so we did just beat that mission. However, we could see a chest on the map over here, and the treasure chests are 100% worth opening. Red, yellow, and blue canisters. I think the red ones explode, don't they? Bombers! Oh, another tarot card. We're gonna quickly get all those unlocked. Where is... There it is. 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 Alright, sweet. Okay. There's a few more things here. Respawn that group. Oh, there's a big lad. More Catgirl credits. Alright, back to the ship. Alright, now that map, I was doing half damage, and it was 2 levels higher than me. So, like, that strat I'm using right now works okay. It maybe could be better, but it's fine. 20% damage bonus per second while standing still. Passive skill point. Remove all debuff effects on use. Passive skill points. Common loot box, bunch of random stuff. Okay. All right, so let's deal with our inventory here. Okay, blueprint for digital weapons. And what is all this? Okay, what's the level cap? I'm not sure. I know it's kind of like Diablo 3 where you can make a seasonal character and, you know, like replay it each season if you wish to. All right, what do we got? Bonus loot quality, but I lose a summon slot. Nope, not worth. Suppression, no. 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 Ooh, that's not bad. Well, actually, I didn't even see it. So my current axe that I'm holding is 19% experience gained and also 23% melee damage bonus for constructs. And boy, howdy, are we using melee constructs right now. So might be better just to keep that for the moment. 21% bonus damage when surrounded. Imagine speccing for... So we're surrounded. Those fools, we can't miss. Let's see. Don't need. A bunch of buffs to specific guys. Okay, so I think I can just break apart, so just salvage all the purple stuff. Okay, and then squish this up. I love the auto sort stuff, by the way. I remember the first game I played that had this type of system was Dungeon Siege. Ugh, I love it. I think less of games where there's inventory management and they don't have an auto sort button that squishes all your stuff to one side. I think less of them, chat. Let's see, that has the wrong skill. Range bonus for constructs, but I lose the XP gain that I've got. Do I need any of that? Okay. Alright, so let's go over to passives for a second. So yeah, I got Voltaic Communion, which is less reserved for summoning skills, so I could have more summons out. The other thing would be if wait, morality? During investigation, sometimes you must make a morality choice. These are tough decisions. Oh, this is radical versus Puritans. Okay. Interesting. So if you just commit to going full radical or full Puritan, you get buffs. Heroic deeds. All right, so hold on. I could show you the thing I had my eye on. I actually saw it in a YouTube video. Right here, Immortalitas. Complete missions without dying that are your level or higher. And after you do it 100 times, you get a skill. And that skill is 20% reduced reservation cost of summoning skills. Which if you have that along with a bunch of other stuff, then you could have a whole bunch of the biggest of the robots. Like right now, we got this guy, and we can give him punchy hands, or the gun hands, or you can have flamethrower, or the sniper type gun. And then this dude has got grav cannon and phosphor blaster. And then we've got these little dudes. Yeah, I could change something. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with how the last mission went, though. As it was much higher level than we were. There we go. I just upped the damage of their claws from 27 to 44. That's going to be a big increase. Okay, what's this?
As per your request, I have executed thorough analytical sermons, focusing on the Alpha subject's mental stability.
Give me a brief update.
The Alpha subject seems to bear the traces of deep mental conditioning, most probably conducted during her early sessions with Uther Tiberius.
Does that affect her abilities?
Probably not. Her will is adamant, but it might result in erratic behavior, which is quite a risk with her capabilities.
So for anyone tuning into this story late, there's this, usually when you kill demons in this universe, they basically go back to the warp, which is hell. And then they you know, I don't want to say respawn, they reform over time, and then they're back. There's this lady that has these powers, and when she kills a demon, it's gone forever. So if you could somehow make use of that to slowly kill all demons, they would stay gone. And she's currently on our ship, and they're studying her. I found and rescued the Alpha Pariah, who seems to attract significant attention from various groups of heretics, Chaos Abominations, and Xenos. Judging by her untrained and still very raw abilities, this interest is very much justified. An ancient prophecy of the long-extinct Fabricatus race alludes to her special role in some unfolding tragedy on a galactic scale, and names a unique artifact as a tool to control her abilities properly. Oh, level 40, turning that in. Got a few points. Okay. Talk to the captain.
Inquisitor, there is an astropathic message for you from an agent of the Ordo Xenos. The embedded emotional markings indicate that it is urgent.
Inquisitor. I am Inquisitor Theodon Mercer of the Ordo Xenos. Currently stationed on Heliodor 4. Vigorously protecting the Inquisitorial archives, with special regard to the sensitive materials stored in the vaults. I will cut to the chase. I urgently need your help. You are probably wondering why I have contacted you, and rightly so. The facility where I'm holed up is under the attack by the Tuathal Aldari. If I am not mistaken, you have already made their acquaintance. They are looking for classified Ordos material on... how shall I put it? On the unique presence you have on your ship. I hope I have your interest now. Help me out and I can promise you the answers you seek. I also have Amasek and cigars. The Emperor protects.
Amasek is like beer. He's like, also, we could have a drink.
How can this Inquisitor know about the Alpha Pariah?
I have no idea. He left me no choice, though. I must find this Mercer and talk to him.
Okay. Travel to the next location. I repelled the Drakari Marauders. Hopefully I will meet these foul Xenos under different circumstances. Shortly after the raid, I received an intriguing message. An Order Xenos Inquisitor, Captain certain Mercer, requested my assistance. His subtle reference to the Alpha Pariah made it clear he is privy to classified information. I don't think you can use the tarot card on these missions, unless I missed the interface for it. These missions being like the main story missions.
Captain, this world is fighting off an Eldar invasion. The epicenter of this incursion is the Holy Archives of the Inquisition. Inquisitor Mercer as the appointed guard.
Imperial reconnaissance forces located.
Causing severe
Oh my god. Pain.
Immediate action
This
required.
communication is a logical step. The Eldari must be behind the interference.
It's kind of funny that they're talking about how the communication's getting messed up, and then it seemed like they may or may not have accidentally played multiple audio cues over the top of one another.
Reconnaissance force.
Go get them, little stabby boys.
Send basic. Follow and protect order to the survivors.
At your command.
Treasure chest upstairs. I'm gonna head out. Good luck, all. Have a good night, Sassy. Can't wait for the mission to hunt down Troy Baker. So these are the Eldari? The not Protoss. I'm trying to remember my alien race names. Yeah, I tried having the giant robot, which is the, what is it called? The Castellan bot, having the punchy fist. However, it was so slow, it would get stuck behind my ranged units and never get up to the front line. So then I was just kind of resigned and gave him the gun arms. Because I was like, oh my god, this thing has such crazy health. It's going to be perfect to have him up front. But it takes him like an hour to get up front. See a couple of inactive turrets.
This memory crystal might be of use.
Memory crystal. Can I turn those turrets on? Translation Protocol Epsilon. Pseudo-neural translation protocol on the provided material executed. Raw transcription. Once again we walk among the stars hunting for the rarest prey. Among K with honor, the Mercer human holds the key to the salvation. There is no art in this war. He was our last partner among the exarchs of the corpse. Yet here we are shambling into this gray and joyless emptiness. The Farseer saw the other one coming. Conclusion Alpha, the primary target is indeed Inquisitor Mercer and the Inquisitorial Archives. Considering the dwindling resources of the Tuathal craft world, this attack makes no sense from a strategic or tactical standpoint. Conclusion Beta, this is a private and classified observation. The implicated, almost friendly relationship between certain Eldar and Inquisitor Mercer is extremely unusual. Further comment on this subject deemed impractical. Conclusion Gamma, my time should be used in a more efficient way than decrypting Eldari nonsense.
At your command.
He's like, or, this is a waste of my time.
For the Emperor!
When the Vivisectors leap at enemies, it takes them a long time to charge up a second attack. But the first attack is like the moment they land on him. So if like a bunch of them leap on their face at the same time, it's a lot of damage. Also, I currently have them upgraded with a stacking bleed attack. So if they hit an enemy a bunch of times, there's a stacking dot on them. I think it caps out at 5.